Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin with Elliott Wave Theory. A couple of advertisements here at the start. I finally completed the Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course, so if you want to master the RSI and want to learn how it can be utilized properly with Elliott Wave Theory, check out the course on Udemy. I've also founded Countertrend Capital with these guys over here, so if you are looking for signal service and more education, check us out here on countertrendcapital.com. And lastly, if you want to educate yourself and support me, you can take a look at Patreon, where you can find Elliott Wave Basics course, access to weekly live streams and extra content overall. Thank you for your support. Let's get into the charts next. So here we are on for our time frame, and the macro picture has been that we have this whole thing as an ABC. We went through this on the previous videos, so check that out if you haven't been watching the videos before. We had two ideas, again, this being an expanded structure or that a bullish structure where this was the end. Again, both those offered us different results, being this a far-away structure of something to end account, or this would be a start of something new. Either this would be a wave 1, A, or something else as the start of something, or this would be the C wave and end of something completely. Now, based on the counts that we currently have, this is the main count from the highs here, saying that we have a three-way structure ending at here at the 1.6 minute extension. After that point, again, we have had a very impulsive structure to the upside on most altcoins and on Bitcoin as well. So what is the count here and how does that fit overall? Let's take a look at the count first and then zoom out again to see what it could be part of. Overall, what I do expect this to be is some kind of 1-2-1-2 setup here. Again, on different altcoins, this lower structure here looks a bit different, and on Bitcoin, again, is dependent on where you're going to be placing this one. To me, it does not really matter whether you place it up here or in here. The way too low has to be in here. We can see that on RSI as well. So again, a 1-2, a 1-2, and then we start to go up very much. In this one, again, we were taking a long setup here yesterday on ETH on that CTC video. So if you didn't check that out, do check that out if you want to be having that explanation why we were looking for long setups on ETH here and how we cashed in on this. Now, again, at this very moment, I've labeled this as a third, fourth, and fifth here into that third of micro, looking for fourth of micro and then fifth. There is a chance that this fourth of micro is done here, as we can already come back here and take a look at this being a running flat here. We see that wave B does not extend beyond the 1.6 minute retracement of that wave A here. We almost get to the expanded B pocket. We just go a bit higher than that and then come down to 1-to-1 extension of this A wave for that C wave before we are starting to move up again. So there is a chance that wave 4 is in here. However, it is kind of small in time. It does not need to be larger anymore, but again, it is kind of small. If we are comparing this, we can see that it is larger than the previous low degree wave structure, which is expected. So again, we don't need to be going lower. We can just do this and that would be that whole thing. Now, target wise, depending on where you're going to be placing your wave 1, you would be looking at probably the 1-to-1 here. And if you again are using this top as the wave 1, you'd be almost there already, which is kind of weird because on other altcoins, this kind of seems like we are still missing one move up higher. And yeah, that is that. I would still expect one more high overall to be created here on a bit higher time frame. This structure here, I don't really like being the end of wave 4, although again, as mentioned, it can be that. Now, what else do we have here? We are talking about how can this be linked into the other structures of higher time frame. So again, if this indeed is a far-away structure, how does this fit into the ideas? Check out the bull case because that again is the easier one. Bull case would say that this would be either wave A or wave 1, and this could be a wave 2 already, but based on time, I don't really think so. 38.2 is here. I don't think it has the best look for being a wave 2. It is so short in time, so that's why I was expecting this to become a structure like this previously on last video as well, where this would be A wave, B wave, and C wave, targeting against again these lows to take out the liquidity from the bulls here if indeed we pivot up in here somewhere. But again, the main idea here is that we would be creating a 5-wave, 3-wave and 5-wave, creating a zigzag pattern upwards, which again would include this structure overall and give us new lows later on. For the bear case, where this would be a C wave, basically an end of something, this would mean that this would be most likely a continuation of this larger pattern here, where this would become some kind of a connector wave as well. The structure wise, it would be exactly the same. This would be a 3-way structure, where this would be a 5, 3, 5. Again, that's the expectation. And then another structure downwards. At this point, if we are closing this here, we would be getting a structure something like that. And as you see, this would take quite a lot of time. At this point, we still have the possibility of creating this structure over here again. And at that point, again, we would have a 3-wave, 3-wave, a 3-wave. And again, at that point, we can't really make this into a bullish scenario, because at these points, at these lows, we have already taken out the previous lows, making it impossible to create this into a leading diagonal. But again, that would be the more bearish setup. For the bulls, again, we have completely different ideas, and this would be the bull at least creating that ABC up, or this would be the 3rd wave somewhere up in here, very high, very much higher, and again, that would be potentially a start of a bull run. But those are the ideas that I have currently for Bitcoin, which I am tracking here on smaller timeframes, taking the trades and all that good stuff. If you want to have signals for that kind of thing, check out CTC. If you want to have more education, check out my Patreon, check out the Udemy course about RSI and advanced Elliott Wave as well, to get a better understanding how you can be linking those two together and confirming some counts. But yeah, that's all for now on this video. Again, if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes and comments. And yeah, see you on the next video. Bye bye.